Hello everyone. My name my name is Yusef, and welcome to part 1056 of the American Show. Let let us begin. So so Patrick was in bed at this point. He had just woken up from his sleep and he wanted to go to work early. So he got out of his bed, got into the shower, and he took it. After that, he went back to his bedroom, to their bedroom, and Jackie Jackie Gold was still sleeping by this point. So he decided that he was going to make her some breakfast, put it in the refrigerator for a little while, so she can come and get it in her own time. So he cooked some breakfast, put put her breakfast in the refrigerator. After that, he cooked him some breakfast. He sits down at a, he sits at the table and eats his breakfast. After that, he goes to work. He leaves the house. Excuse me. He leaves the house. Uh, mm, he leaves the house, gets in his car, and goes to work. He's driving around Sweet Town to the Alpha Queen studio. He's having a very beautiful day. Actually, a very beautiful time looking at the sun. That's cool, he says to himself. After that, he's at work. He says hello to his coworkers, especially especially Randy Gold, who is about to go to her dressing room to rehearse. To her dressing room to prepare herself for the show. After that, he goes to his dressing room. He prepares himself for the for the for rehearsal. After that, he gets he goes to open his door. Then he leaves his then he leaves dressing room. After that, rehearsal begins. But as rehearsing, but as rehearsal begins, he sees he sees someone at the corner of his eye, someone who is very familiar to him. But he ignores it. He ignores it rather in order to focus on his rehearsing. After that, he goes back to his dressing room to prepare himself for further. Sorry, he prepares himself further to prepare himself further. Sorry about that. Anyway, he says to himself, I wonder who is that? Eh, eh, probably not more important. Probably just probably just a fan. And then he's ready to go. He opens the door once again, takes another deep breath before he opens the door, and he is out. And he walks out. He's walking out to the. He's walking out the door, and the show begins. The show is going off great, but then he sees someone at the corner of his eye. No, he sees someone. He sees someone who was there before during rehearsals. Um, he sees someone at the corner of his eye once again. The same person who was the same person who was in his peripheral before when they were doing rehearsals, of course. He says hello to the audience. They do the opening monologue, and they welcome the guest. They sit and talk to the guest, but all the while, this person is starting to freak him out a little bit. This person starts to freak him out a little bit, but he starts to says to himself, ignore it. Just ignore it, and it will go away. And that person will go away. So that's what he does. After that, he says hello. He says goodbye to the guest. He waves goodbye to the audience. He waves goodbye along with Jackie. Nope, Randy. Along with Randy. They both wave goodbye to the viewing audience at home, and the show ends. The credits roll on another great episode of The American Show. After that, Randy is complimenting Patrick on a great show as the co-host, and of course, he compliments her back. But then, but after that, he leaves. they say their goodbyes, and then he leaves the African studio. As he is leaving, someone is following him. He's walking outside. It's dark. It is so dark, actually. He's about to get in his car, and then all of a sudden, he gets attacked from behind. He gets attacked from behind. He turns around to see who it was, but then another person punches him in the face. And by the way, they're masked. They are masked. The masks. Nope. They are masked by this point. So it's dark. They're masked. They're maxed, and he's panicking. But they take their masks off, of course. They take their masks off, and they reveal themselves. They hold him by they hold him by his arms, and then someone gets out the car. Someone gets out the car. Walk. He walks towards them with a fur coat on and blonde hair, and he recognizes her. That's the mom who warned him about this was going to happen to him, that he was going to be attacked every which way but loose, that she was going to make his life live in hell. In that car when he was confronted the first time, she slaps him in the face. She takes off a heel, stabs him in the face, of course. He's bleeding. After that, they leave him in his own blood. She snaps her fingers, and they're gone. She snaps her fingers like this, and they are gone. They are gone. Randy sees him to ask him what is wrong. Are you okay? She called an ambulance. Or she calls the ambulance. Shortly thereafter, they come to see what is happening. He is bleeding. They take him to the hospital, and that was it. To be continued. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a like, subscribe to my channel, share the video, like the video, and all that jazz. And I will see you next time. Bye bye for now.